welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting a brand new mixed media project, a whimsical 3D village scene built from watercolor, salt textures, gold ink, some doodles and hand-painted houses. It's all about creating the background. So the sky, the land, the trees, the sun, and prepping the little houses that will pop off the page later. We're using Milan watercolors for this background and some Kuretake watercolors for the houses and trees and fauna. It's cold press watercolor paper and Mod Podge to bring everything else together. So we've painted our background here, and whilst the paint is still wet, we are adding lashings of salt to that background piece. So now that the salt has done its work, we've let all of that page dry and it's worked its magic across the sky and land, it's time to bring in one of my favourite touches, the gold ink sun. So this step adds warmth, shimmer and a focal point that instantly lifts the whole background. So load a small brush with your gold ink and paint your sun directly onto the sky area. You can keep it simple with a clean circle or make it more expressive with loose rays or a soft glowing halo. The gold ink sinks beautifully on watercolour, it catches the light and creates a metallic contrast against the matte paint underneath. So we've put that page to one side and we're going to wait for that to dry, and then we're going to do the trees and the flora. So I've grabbed some greens, and you can mix a touch of blue or yellow to make your greens, or you can take them straight out of the pan. Begin painting simple trees across your page. Keep your strokes loose and expressive. We've got tall vertical strokes which can become the trunks, and soft dabs or rounded shapes can become foliage. Let the watercolour flow. Trees look best when they aren't over controlled. So once we've had our doodly fun and we've finished doing all our trees and our flora, we're going to move on to the little houses. And we've got cold pressed watercolour paper which we have used throughout, and it's taped down, and we've got some lovely colours going on here. So I've got a flat brush and we are adding boxes across the page. So starting with different size boxes, some are square, some are more oblong, some are tall, some are a little bit squat. Utilising all of the page and adding these little shrubs at the bottom here. Once we've done that, we are going to let that dry. We're going to grab a black Posca pen here or a black fine liner, and we're going to add some doodle detail. So think branches, think leaves, any shapes that pop into your mind, just get them down onto the page. So I've used red, soft pastels, earthy browns, and I'm just painting very simple shapes. Once I've done the house shape, I'm then painting some triangles on top, again using the same colours that I've used for the squares. So we're keeping these houses loose and imperfect. The charm comes from the simplicity of them. Let the houses dry completely, and once dry, again grab a fine liner or detail pen and start doodling. Add your windows, doors, roof tiles, bricks if you want, some curtains, chimneys you could add onto there. Anything that gives each house a bit of personality, this is where they come alive. So I hope you like this. If you like this, please consider liking, subscribing, maybe hype this. That will tell YouTube that you like it and will push this video out to other people. And leave me a comment. Will you try this? Is this your kind of art? What colours will you use? I would love to hear from you. So continuing adding some details onto the roofs of these houses here, and you can see a bit of a close-up here. So you can see they're all a little bit scruffy, they're not perfect by any means, and we're just adding whatever pops into your head, just getting those patterns down onto the page. I've also got a members page and there's a join button below, and if you go in there you'll be able to see you could be a member, you could be a supporter or a super supporter, and a super supporter gets videos first and also gets members only videos. So take a look. So the lovely houses are all finished and you can see them here in this close-up. And then I've grabbed some scissors and we're just going to cut out our pieces. I tend to move the piece of paper around. It makes it a lot easier to do that than actually moving the scissors. And then I'm just going to cut each and every one of the houses and the little trees and make a little pile of them. As you're cutting them out, you could arrange them on a board to see where you want to place them on your picture, because what we will be doing, we will be gluing these down onto the background using some Mod Podge, and we're going to make it a little bit 3D, a little bit interesting, a little bit quirky. So I've cut out all my pieces and you can see them here, just laying them on top of one another here, just having a look at the shapes that I've got and sort of thinking, okay, how's this going to work? And sort of arranging them how I think this might work there. And then I'm just shuffling them around a bit and I'm bringing them up so you can see them in a little bit more detail once now I've cut them all out, laid them out on my board, and I've got my Mod Podge and I've got my glue and I'm going to proceed to stick them down. So I'm just putting glue on the bottom half of each of these shapes because what I want is, I don't want the top to stick down because I want them to sort of lean a little bit forward. So when you look at the picture from the side, you can really see that 3D effect and it's a really cute kind of effect to see. It really does add that extra bit of element to your page. So this is the moment where your artwork shifts from a flat painting into a layered dimensional world. With this glue, you've got a few minutes before it dries completely. So if you want to put, say, a bush behind one of your houses, you can sort of like shuffle it in and get it stuck down. So just adding those final pieces onto the page. And then once I've done that, I'm going to get a board, I'm going to put it on top and I'm going to leave it there for a few minutes and let that dry. And then once it's dry, we can see the lovely result. So you can see the 3D nature here. And here it is, the lovely 3D little village-y town. Really, really cute to do. Looks really good when you've put it in a frame. Thanks so much for watching and hope to see you again soon. All right then, bye.